Okay, Shalom. Let me give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakadash. Okay, double honors to the elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone and Root Well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel. All right, so let's get into this real quick. Start with the video.
Bacterial vaginosis. Nature's way of telling you that your woman has been unfaithful. What is bacterial vaginosis? It's a virus
And let me tell y'all something, especially you young horny brothers, man. If it smells, man, don't even take the chance. Don't even risk it. Especially living in these times that we're living in, these evil ass days, man. Too much shit is going around. Too much shit. And what these bitches are doing, they're looking for the next nigga to infect. You know, this HIV and all these antibiotic resistant sexual transmitted diseases, they're increasing, man. They're multiplying. And it's really, in all reality, that's at the point of a pandemic. Pandemic, I think is more widespread. And epidemic is more when it's more localized and like a specific area. You know. But again, these women, they're trying to play a role like they different, like they change, and like they're holy, and like they're trying to like they're good for you. When in all reality, man, they some stinking funky ass cow. They some funky ass cows, man. They some foul funky ass hoes. You know? And again, like I said, and listening to the video, man, it's telling you something. And there's a lot of bitches out there that's trying to push the narrative that this bacterial vaginosis is spread because of men. No, you know, it's men catch it from women. They catch it from other hoes. And there's a lot of these niggas out here that's going around in that same foul spirit, just like these women. You know, just going in and you know, just in that, it just swapping infections, man. Literally swapping infections. That's what they're doing with no care. Literally with no care. But they're trying to push that narrative that it's coming from men. Nah, wrong, baby. You know, you hoes, man. You when you got all these niggas nutting in you, you know, that's unnatural. It's unnatural. And only a fool, that's what these women continue to do, opening their funky ass legs to the next fool. You know? They're promiscuous as hell for the simple fact that they've already caught something. They already have something. So literally what they're doing, they're literally intentionally just laying with the next fool, man, who they can infect.
created when a woman mixes her pH with a foreign pH, another man that is not your pH, that she has become accustomed to. It creates a reaction that emits an odor that can be, at the minimum, smell like tuna. At the max, smell like death.
It literally smells like tuna and smell like death, man. You know? Smell like a dead carcass, man, and a decayed catfish up in there. Whew. Here. Isaiah, what's she at? Oh, I think it's the third, it's the third chapter. They're undisciplined dogs. Okay? Isn't Isaiah 3? Yeah, here we go. And just going to get straight to the point. In verse 24, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. You know, in the ancient world, the women, they bathed, man, and bathed in oils and, you know, real natural oils, man. The women smelled good. Hell, I remember a lot during the 80s, man. Especially late 70s, early in the 80s. Women used to smell good. You know? But now these women, they And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of girdle, a rent. And instead of a well set hair, baldness. And instead of a stomacher of girdle of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty. So you've been warned. Y'all been warned, man. Unfortunately, we're just in that time, man, that you have to, just be in the spirit and focus on the Lord, man, and leave these women alone. And if you do happen to just can't help yourself, just throw up some major prayers before and after. Straight up. Throw up major prayers before and after, man. But unfortunately, just evil days we're living. Evil days, man.
Bacterial vaginosis. Nature's way of telling you mechanism inside all women because he knew how trifling women were.
There you go. He knew how trifling they were. And again, they're going to pretend and they're going to portray they want to, they want to change. They want to do better. They seek advice from you and they, but in all reality, it's just so they can fuck, man. So they can get screwed, As soon as you distance yourself for a moment, they go back to their old foul, like their old trifling self. Their old trifling self.
This mechanism inside all women because he knew how trifling women.
Yeah, he knew how trifling they're trifling.
Were. And thank you, baby Jesus, because it works 100% of the time.
Jesus bullshit, but okay.
Now, if you ask a woman how she got it, she'll come up with a million different excuses. Every single excuse makes her seem like a good woman. When the real truth is, Long Dong David been clapping them cheeks, and now she reeks.
Sleeping with all them niggas. They got a habit of keeping. They label them friends, but you already know from there on. You already know. Women don't have friends. They just have, they're all just potential sex partners, man. Just the opportunity whenever one just get the desire to deal with them. Hoes.
If your girl is sitting beside you and she can hear this video, look over at her real quick.
That's wild, man. That is wild. Hold on, let's switch gears though. I can't remember where it is. Here we go.
The sooner you notice about women, the better. Every man must understand that women will betray you. Yes, and I am...
See, we are in the time of information for real. Knowledge shall be increased. We're at one point there was a time where speaking like this, you're bashing women. But now the spirit is talking. The spirit is talking, man. And again, it's just a matter of time where her true self is going to come out anyway. And you can only fool those that are naive. She can only fool those that are just, the young and dumb. And unfortunately, a lot of the youthful men are in that position of being young and dumb, man. You're lacking experience, but you got to listen to an older brother, man, when they're warning you of these women and things that we've went through. We share them with brothers, man, for them to learn from. That woman opened her legs and it smells hot. She's a hoe, man. She's fucking. If it smells hot. It has a strong, hot scent to it. You can smell it as soon as she's opened her legs. You ain't even got to penetrate it. And once you go in, and that's when it aggravates that fish smell. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Telling you this because I am a woman. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. That's just a part of being a man. Women will lie to you, cheat on you, stab
like the scripture says, marvel not if she trespassed against you. You know, marvel not. You know, so no, it doesn't come to a surprise to me. I expect it. You know, I'm very careful who I deal with and who I will deal with. You know, but if she has a history, you know, because a lot of them got a habit of coming back in their previous niggas' lives, her friends. You know, every long once in a while, here come that text, and she's doing that with unheard of amount of niggas, man. That's these women, and unfortunately, our wives, man, as well. You know, yeah, I mean, there are brothers that got women that are more content. You know, but ultimately, eventually, being in this wicked ass world, man, run by this devil who gives them liberty and freedom and power. Eventually, unfortunately, that itch, they're going to scratch it. You know?
They might even steal from you. But if you show up in situations dealing with women not understanding this shit, all you're doing is setting yourself up to get hurt time and time again. So as a man...
As the scripture said, let me get it. Let me go to the blue letter instead. I think, is that 7, Ecclesiastes 7, end of 7? Yeah, 7. Okay, and I apply mine heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness of madness. In dealing with a woman, you'll find out that all those words apply to her. Okay? Wickedness, folly, foolishness, and madness. It says, and I find more bitter than death the woman. And getting involved with a woman that's been constantly her whole life being foul, being wicked, being trifling, you know, hey, you're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get what you ask for. But then again, you're not necessarily asking for it, you know. You're just in the spirit of just trying to deal with the woman because it's a natural thing. You know, but you have to be careful, man. You have to be careful. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. And that's who she's looking for, someone who she can bite. She's looking for the next fool. You know, some of them just trifling, man, just want to open their legs and get screwed. You know, some of them just foul, man. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. You know, so that's a major cut on those niggas that's always those Captain Save a hoes. You know, the black unconscious community whose God is the woman is their God. That's what they push. That's exactly the foolishness they push. But among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Because Solomon had all wives and concubines. And dealing with them, he's noticed. And ultimately, in his old age, he gotten weak and fell off. Started worshiping their gods, man. Building temples for them. Not this old man. Not this one. You know, this book It is a history book, and from this history book is we're to use it as an example on how to live, man. Period. Now, if a snake will bite your ass, if it's bitten you once, it's going to bite your ass again. I say that with this in mind here. Let me grab it here. Oh man, I haven't brought this scripture out in years. Um, Jeremiah, I think. I think it's Jeremiah. Yep. Jeremiah 3:1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and don't get all discombobulated thinking, oh, we're not married. Sex is marriage, jackass. Stupid. Niggas is stupid, man. You know, thinking marriage is just going in front of some wicked foul ass preacher exchanging the ring of Saturn. Oh, dumbasses. And that's another way they justify being adulterers and adulteresses. This the whole generation of our people ain't nothing but a bunch of adulterers and adulteresses. And you know the end of adulterers and adulterers and adulterers. They die. They in that spirit. They're not planning on change. They don't believe in these scriptures. They don't believe in this word, man. Then they say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet return again unto me, saith the Lord. But ultimately, he's referring to the children of Israel going off, being whores, serving other gods. Going those twofold scriptures. And that's the least tensions in their heart is to turn back to the Lord, man. Especially if they've been warned already. Because we got a tendency, no matter what, we know, don't even teach these bitches nothing. Don't teach them nothing. But we have a tendency to eventually something, just how the spirit works, man. Just the spirit wants to warn anyway. And we end up doing it anyway, giving them these foul dogs, these shameless dogs, scriptures anyway, man. Because personally, I don't give a damn if they don't like it or not. That's just me. That's my spirit. I don't give a damn. Because we got greater things coming. We got the kingdom of heaven coming, man. Where we're going to have many wives, thousands of wives, man. Thousands of concubines. And what we're going to experience even before we even leave this foul ass toilet of Babylon, before we're destroyed. Isaiah 4:1 is going to come into play. 7 women shall take hold of one man. And you're not just going to take that 7 women is just not going to be any trifling hoe. You're going to take you're going to be picking and choosing, and you're going to be picky. You're going to be picky. Whew, that's what's beautiful. That's what's beautiful. So these bitches that's for the streets, that's what the Lord's going to give you back over to. He's going to leave you to the streets. Just funky as all hell. And polluted. Remember, instead of sweet smell, there should be stink. That's because it's polluted. Just thinking they slick, think they smart, man. They think they so smart. They think they. Are you not listening? It's almost comedy at most of the times, man. Sitting back listening, you see them whispering, and they think they slick. They rehearse when you're not around and what to say, how to act. They give each other instructions when he's around. Act this way, say this, say that, do this, do that. You know, it's a trip. It women, man. Women. Mm. So again, beware. Let me get that. Let me get that. Shameless dogs, man. Ooh, let me just start here. That harlot shall be accounted as spittle, a hoe. A hoe shall be accounted as spittle. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. You know? They're miserable, man. And they want to make you miserable with them. You know? Because they ain't right. And they won't, and most of them won't get right. Okay? They always constantly looking for the next nigga to deal with. In the same way with these niggas, they always looking for the next woman to deal with. Adulterers and adulterers, generation of vipers, man. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So remember, Ecclesiastes 7 said that whoso escaped from her, it pleased, most. I know. Hold on. I know I roughly paraphrased it. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. I hate the fact that I just quoted wrong and I just read it. Shall escape from her. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her. Escape. The scripture says shall escape. You know? Escape, you're escaping what? A dangerous situation. A dangerous situation. A dishonest woman contempteth shame, but an honest woman will reference her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. They don't have no. They don't mind spreading infections, man. They don't care. But this going in on it. This goes in on it, man. Anyway, I just wanted to vent a little bit. You know, it's just that demon. The last couple of days that demon been trying to confront me. You know, but I'm in the spirit, man. I'm not even paying it no mind. I don't care. You know. So continue on in spirit, y'all. Continue on in prayer. You know, until the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai rise up and destroy his enemies. Our enemies. Shalom.